stop for a moment and look at our founding fathers when they wrote the Constitution. They wrote in the Constitution that every man to be treated fair.
Wrong 3/5 of a man. Next.
One thing about it, I'm not a politician.
Heard that one before.
I'm not an actor, a singer, or a politician. I'm Herschel Walker.
Quick note, if you say I'm not a politician, but you run for office, you are a politician.
Y'all know that. Y'all see that. I don't look like one. I'm a warrior for God. And God told me thou shalt not kill.
It should not matter what book you ascribe to, however.
Are you thinking about voting for Herschel Walker? Did you know Herschel's ex-wife accused him of, quote, physically abusive and extremely threatening behavior? That she desperately sought a protective order after Walker threatened to kill her. He held the gun to my temple and said he was going to blow my brains out. Or that Herschel's mistress told police that Walker threatened to, quote, blow her head off. Herschel Walker threatened a, quote, shootout with police. He threatened to kill women. He threatened to kill cops.
You actually threatened to kill many people, but he claims to be a man of God. So let's go back to that for a moment.
This country produces a crop of excellent college football players every year. Big, fast, young men. But the true superstar, O.J. Simpson, Tony Dorsett, comes along only occasionally. Well, they have one at the University of Georgia, maybe the best of them all. They've got him, but he's so good they may not be able to keep him.
Herschel Walker is a nice young fellow from Wrightsville, Georgia.
He's a decorated football player. That's the only reason we know who this man is.
This is happening. We have semi-qualified, less than articulate candidates who run for office all the time. Herschel Walker happens to be doing this in a state that is at the center of a criminal probe about an effort to overturn an election, and he would be in office ahead of the next presidential election. And that has really grave implications and complications I think we should be thinking about. His most obvious qualifications for the Senate seem to be his 5,000 rushing yards at the University of Georgia, and his Heisman Trophy, if we think that those are things that make you suitable to conduct public policy.
They want to take you down in that elevator and fool you. They want to fool you because they want you to vote for them.
Republican Senate candidate Herschel Walker is about to spew another lie on the campaign trail.
Right now, we're hurting. They're going after your kids. You see it in schools. They're going after your kids. If a kid is white, I hate to tell you, you got to apologize for your whiteness. They're telling all the black kids you can't make it because you're black. I'm here to tell you, you can make it. Stand up. You can do it. Work. One of the things they should have thought about is educating people. Why are they not talking about that?
Okay, the latter was fine, but the former? At this point, here is what you should do. You should be asking where exactly, at what schools are administrators, teachers, members of the staff demanding white students apologize for their whiteness? Because guess what? It's nowhere. This is completely fabricated. Shocker.
I'm running against Senator Warnock, who's another one that says, you know, white people gotta apologize for it, whiteness. America gotta apologize for it, whiteness. You know, you're trying to separate people because you're looking for a vote.
So this broken record goes on a cushy Republican outlet and just lies. Walker, as usual, didn't bother with backing his claims against Warnock with any substance of specific examples, but that doesn't matter. Presumably, all he's doing is parroting his white right-wing overseers who blindly claim critical race theory is about making white kids pee their pants with white guilt and placing the blame on them for America's slavery-loving past, wrote Zach Lindley.
People want to ask me all the time why I'm running. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of them wanting to teach CTR in school.
Never mind the fact that CRT is about addressing systems and America's power structure, not white people as individuals. Walker's job is to be the black voice for white grievances and to say all the things white nationalists want to hear and love to hear come out of black mouths so they can say, see, I'm not racist, my black friend agrees with me. Lest we forget.
You know, Cain killed Abel. And that's the problem that we have. And I said, what we need to do is look into how we can stop those things. He talked about doing a disinformation. What about getting a department that can look at young men, that's looking at women, that's looking at just social media?
This was his reaction to school children being gunned down in Uvalde. And evolution.
Think about this, because at one time, science said man came from apes. Did it not? Well, this was interesting, though. If that is true, why are there still apes? Think about it.
Now you're getting too smart for us.
No. Think about this.
What about fatherless homes?
I know the fatherless home is a major, major problem. And Herschel Walker, who was born in Wrightfield, Georgia, I took care of a lot of people in my hometown. I took care of a lot of the places around where I grew up. I was being like a father to some of those kids that may have had fathers. The problem we have is we're going back to this mentality that the father leaves in the black family. He leaves the boys alone. All these riots and all these things going on, is anyone talked about a solution? Everyone talking about all this stuff. Here's the one solution. I said, guys, we have a lot of NBA, NFL players. We have a lot of NBA players. And they want to help. They're giving millions of dollars to Black Lives Matter. Well, let's not do that. What we need to do is, let's say, okay, Herschel, and I blame myself, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I said, what we need to do is let's go in our neighborhood and let's become fathers of those fatherless child.
Parents getting involved with your child is very, very important. But also adults getting involved with kids, because some kids do not have a parent, a mother or father. So I don't think I want to leave that kid behind.
Even though it has come out, Herschel Walker has fathered many children who he has little to no relationship with. This is simply par for the course for the Walker campaign. In my view, Walker is running from something. I truly believe this. He is running from something so he could be immune from whatever problem arises. However,